Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome back to our channel, the Devore Wild Fam. I don't know why I'm so weird. Okay, so this is part 2 of how we save money. We are a family of 8. I have 7 kids, but only 6 living at home. My oldest is my stepson. He is 19 and he still lives in California because he works there and his mom lives there. And he is going to school out there. So hopefully though, he will be come visiting us soon. Okay, so I've got 6 kids at home. Their ages range from 14 down to 5. So part 1, I talked mostly about groceries, how we save money with groceries. And then I realized there was some stuff that I forgot to talk about. So I'm going to talk about it now. And I made a list. So like I wrote stuff down. So hopefully this will help me stay on track. But first, if you watched my video of Kennedy that I posted, you couldn't leave comments on it because of the new guidelines. If you show kids, they automatic like too much. Like sometimes I'll show my kids, but they're just here and there in clips and they leave my comments on. But because that video was solely focused on Kennedy, they turned my comments off. So I don't know, but that video was super fun to make. When Adam watched it, he actually cried. It was just, for some reason, it was very emotional. We had a really good time at the zoo with her. It was only with the Groupon, because I don't usually do coupons except for Kohl's, but my husband has the Groupon app on his phone, and so if he types in our zip code, it'll pull up different stuff around here, that, like activities that they have coupons for. So they had one for the zoo. So it ended up only being $12 for us, for all 3 of us to go in, and I had a 20, so we were able to get her. She really wanted the little like Dippin' Dots, the ice cream, the rainbow flavored. So we got her one of those, and then me and Adam were gonna share a Pepsi, and she ended up not liking the Dippin' Dots. Like I didn't like it either, it was too sweet. So she ended up drinking most of that Pepsi. And Adam ate the ice cream, but we had a really nice time. That zoo is perfect. It's just small enough that she's not overwhelmed, and she just did really good. She tried to run off a couple times, but we were able to reel her back in, and I don't know. It was just it was a good day. She was a really good girl. She talked about it for hours afterwards, the animals and being with Daddy. And I think it was really important that we spent that one-on-one time with her. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is like beauty stuff. So we cut our own hair. I cut my own bangs, and yes, they are crooked, but it is what it is. Because my bangs grow so fast, I actually have to trim them every 2 weeks because I don't like them touching my eyebrows, and yeah, they're really crooked. But I cut my own bangs and I can trim my own hair. And my husband, we have clippers, so sometimes he'll cut the boys' hair, but he's not good at like doing fades and all that kind of stuff. So my older kids, Parker and Allie, looked up on YouTube how to cut hair. And so Parker gave his brother Wesley a really nice haircut. It's grown out since then, but now he knows how to do it. And Allison Googled how to cut bangs. My bangs were already there because my mom had started them for me. But she Googled like if you don't have bangs, because Tiffany wanted bangs and Kennedy wanted bangs. And she wanted bangs. So she not Googled. She looked at a YouTube video on it, figured out how to do it, and cut all the girls got bangs except for Jillian. Jillian has curly hair, so bangs would not work on her hair. So we cut our own hair. Now, maybe before school starts, like before the first day of school, if Adam has like a Groupon for because sometimes he gets Groupons for hair cutting places around here, I'll probably take the 2 boys to get a really nice haircut before school starts. Otherwise, we cut our own hair. My husband cuts his own hair. He uses the clippers on himself. Usually in the summer, you've seen him, he usually just shaves it. Like it's super short. It's just easy. We all had shaved hair. 2 years ago, we all shaved her hair off. I have a video. I don't know how to link stuff. It's like way back in the beginning of our channel. Kennedy had the dreaded LICE, and so did Jillian. Oh, it was awful. And because she's autistic, she wouldn't sit still for us to comb. I don't even like talking about it. Anyway, we ended up having to shave her hair. So to support her, all the kids, even my girls, we all shaved our hair off so she wouldn't be alone. Anyway, that saved so much money. I didn't have to buy hair ties or shampoo. The shampoo and conditioner lasted forever, and we didn't have to use hairbrushes. It was nice. Okay, so yeah, and I color my own hair, and I just get the cheap Revlon stuff. I don't know, it's probably not the greatest. It's ammonia free, and it lasts about 3 weeks, and then my grays start popping back in. But that's what I use, and it's like $2 a box. So I'll buy a few at a time so I have them on stock in my bathroom. My girls have had colored hair before, but we never paid for it. One time my mother-in-law paid for Allie and Tiffany to get their hair colored, and another time my niece did Allie's hair for her. So they have had that in the past, but otherwise we don't like go to salons and stuff. I'm not saying that I would never not want to go to a salon, but usually we cut our hair and color. I've only had my hair colored at a salon once when I was like 25. I decided I needed blonde in my hair, and that was all bad. Okay, nails. The nail salon, as you can see, that I was gardening yesterday, so my nails are yucky. We don't do it. I used to love to go get pedicures, and it's just too expensive. And they don't really do, from my experience, I feel uncomfortable sitting there. It never is how I want it to look. So and then like my husband gifted me, for Valentine's Day, I did have fake nails on, and it had been a long time since I had acrylics, and never again. They were pretty, but A, I don't like to sit there. B, it's terrible for your nails. When those suckers fell off, my nails were so thin. And C, they look great, but I don't know how people afford that, because my nails grow so fast. I would have had to get them filled every 2 weeks for them to look okay. So I did it the one time with the gift certificate he gave me, and that was it. Once in a while, like it's been a long time too, like for his graduation, when he graduated 3 years ago from electrician school, I just went and got the press-on nails, and my girls sometimes will do that too. Actually, I will put that in their stockings as stocking stuffers. So yeah, we don't do salon stuff. If I want a pedicure though, I have to ask one of my girls to do it for me, because I'm so blind. Even with my glasses on, I can't see my feet. So I just file my nails, clear nail polish, and my girls paint their own nails. They have a bag full of different colors of nail polishes from like the Dollar Tree. So there's that. Skincare and makeup. As you can see, I don't really wear makeup. I put some concealer on, and some blush, and some mascara, and some lip gloss. That's my makeup routine. And it's like CoverGirl. It's not expensive. My daughter, she's almost 15. She's like, she wants all the expensive makeup, but she needs to be getting herself a job because can't afford it. So she doesn't have a lot of makeup either. We just can't afford it. Skincare. I don't really have a skincare routine. I wash my face with Dove. I know that's probably terrible, but that's what I use to take my makeup off, and it doesn't dry my skin out. And then I put some vitamin C. I got it at Sam's Club last month, and I really like it. It's just vitamin C lotion to help with discoloration. I have really bad sunspots. Really bad. Like, that's why I wear the concealer, and I have to put tons of sunscreen on. And I also wear what's it called? The oh no, I'll be able think of it. You know, the concealer with the sunscreen in it. You know what I'm talking about. I do put that on after I wash my face in the morning, and then just under my eyes. And then if I'm gonna go outside, I put like actual real sunscreen on. And then I use vitamin E oil as a moisturizer, or jojoba oil. That's what I use. My girls, they just have the what is it? It's the generic version of the Clean and Clear. It's like the Equate kind, or the Target brand, that they just wash their face with that. Allie's really the only one that wears a little bit of makeup. Tiffany wants to start wearing it. She just turned 12, so I went and got her like a little powder from the Dollar Tree and a mascara. And actually, the Dollar Tree makeup works. It works just fine. We don't wear like foundation or any of that stuff. Well, at least I don't. My daughter wants to, but again, she's gonna have to go get a job, because the foundations that she wants, and she wants to highlight and contour and all that crap, I don't want to do any of that, and I can't afford any of that, so that's she's got to figure that out. Also, with skincare, sometimes when we run out of lotion, I usually just buy the Jergens lotion. Either sometimes I buy the generic, or sometimes the regular Jergens is on sale. I like that cherry almond scent. It works really good on my skin. But if I run out of it and we're on a really tight budget that month, I just use coconut oil. I just rub that on my body. So, and my kids do too. And you can make coconut oil like bars, like lotion bars. I did that last summer. I have to play with the recipe some more. I got it out of, I forget what the book was called. I checked it out from the library, but that was good, because then the kids, the boys especially, like that, because it was a bar of lotion, and you just rubbed it on you, and then you don't overuse it. So I probably will make that again this summer. Sometimes I do make my own laundry detergent. Right now I just have store-bought laundry detergent. I just buy the big things of the Sun. It's called Sun, and it works good. It cleans our clothes, they smell nice, and it's like $4 for a huge thing. What else? We use cloth napkins. So I shared that in the last video. So I have a basket full of cloth napkins, and then I have some more in my pantry. And I do laundry so much that it's really not a big deal. When we're done eating, we just throw them in the washing machine and they get washed. I do keep paper napkins on hand. A great example of why I keep them on hand, my father-in-law, when he visits, likes paper napkins. He just, I don't know, he likes paper napkins. And sometimes I'll keep them for like parties or holidays, and we're gonna have a bunch of people here, but we never have a bunch of people here. Pads, so like periods. I don't think any men follow my channel. Well, yeah. Hi, Scott. I know you follow my channel. Sorry. Plug your ears. Okay, I don't have a period. I had a hysterectomy after Kennedy was born, so lucky me, I don't have to go through that anymore. Although I still get the symptoms. It's really strange. Like, I don't have a uterus. Why would I have symptoms? Anyway, so I only have one daughter right now that has her monthly. I think the other daughter, who just turned 12, I think it's going to happen soon. But I don't buy the cloth. We haven't done that. I might look into it. I know Coffee with Kate talked about how she really likes that. I'm not sure how that would work for our family, because I'm going to have 4 girls that are going to end up with a period. So that might save us money, or it might be like when you start cloth diapers, it's more expensive at first and then it's cheaper. It might be that way. So I'm going to look into that. But for right now, that is one of the things that I do buy at Sam's Club. So I'll buy a big box of tampons and a big box of pads, and we just store them. And then when my daughter needs them, she just goes and gets what she needs. And it'll be the same with Tiffany. And they're huge boxes, so it's got like 100 and something pads in it. So it lasts a long time. Okay, let me look at my list. I drink too much coffee and I have to pee. Okay, holiday stuff. So I talked about how I buy clothing after the season's over to save money, and I store it and put it away. I do the same thing with holiday stuff. This is a great tip. Most of you probably already do this and already know this. So like right after Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas, Halloween, I will go hit the stores. I don't always, because we don't need that much stuff, but like I already have Valentine's Day cards for next year for my little ones. And we even have a couple little Halloween costumes, just like the ear things with the little collars and tails. Like we have a few of those that I picked up for like 50 cents at Walmart right after this last Halloween. So that's a great tip. I didn't do any Christmas stuff because I think we have enough Christmas decorations. I did get a few Thanksgiving things after this last Thanksgiving. That's a really good idea because like Easter, a perfect example, right after Easter at Winco, sometimes they have holiday sections. They had the cutest little like fairies, like little dolls, and this Minnie Mouse doll that's in my daughter's room. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it so I can show you. Okay, so at Winco, right after Easter, when I was shopping for Jillian's birthday, I found, look at this big ol' rabbit for $2. $2. And she loved it. And it wasn't Kennedy's birthday, but she loves Minnie Mouse, and they had this Minnie Mouse for $2. So I went ahead and picked it up. So you can find really, really good stuff. And who cares? Who cares if it's a rabbit? Who doesn't love rabbits all year round? You know what I'm saying? So good tip. Even my husband will go buy Christmas lights after Christmas for like the house, and they're cheaper. So okay, what else do I have here? Refurbished electronics. I talked about this a little bit. So I got my kids' Chromebooks, 2 of them. They're like brand new, and I got 2 of them, $60. They were $30 each. Boom. My Apple computer I got refurbished. I don't remember what my husband paid for it, but it wasn't a lot. Our Apple Watches we got refurbished. I think we paid for both of ours, I think it was less than $100, and we've had them for a bit, but they were used. Somebody ordered them and then decided it's not what they wanted, and they send them back right away, and then they have to discount it because it's technically used. Okay, so that's how we do stuff. No, their tablets that they have were not refurbished, but they're the Amazon Fire ones. They're really cheap. They're like $23. And like I said, they got those for Christmas. All of them, all 6 kids got their own tablet for Christmas 2 years ago. I mean, some of them are cracked right now, but they're still working. Okay, we live in a place where, and I know Coffee with Kate talks about this too, where we can walk places and ride our bikes. So if something were to happen to one of our vehicles, my husband cannot ride his bike or walk. I mean, he could. He only works 4 miles away, but he's got to be at work at 4 in the morning, so it's still dark. Anyway, if something were to happen, because you never know, we live close enough that I can bike places and have that big, beautiful basket on my bike. So if I needed to go pick up a few groceries, I would be able to do that. I don't have a wagon. We used to, but that's also a good thing to have. If you have to walk places, you can put your groceries in a wagon. But we do live close enough. We have several stores. We have several everything. We could walk to the mall from our house. Our house is really cool because it looks like we live in the country because we have all this land. But you just go down the street and like there's a Sonic and an Albertsons, and the Winco's not far. Everything's really close. The movie theater, the shopping, the mall. We do not shop at the mall. Again, my almost 15-year-old daughter would love to shop at the mall, but she need to go get a job because I can't afford mall prices. But we do like to walk around the mall. I love walking around Barnes and Nobles, but Mama can't afford that stuff. Okay. Clothing and shoes. I know I talked about this, but I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. I will save clothing. Kennedy, who is my youngest, she's 5, is wearing stuff that Allison, my oldest, who will be 15, wore because it's still good. So I just saved it, and all the girls have worn it. Like most of the dresses that you will see Kennedy in were Allison's, and actually they were handed down to Allison from like my niece and just people that have given us stuff. When like shirts for girls and boys, when the sleeves are getting longer than the bottom part, then I will pass it on. Or, you know, if it just looks really faded or really worn, then I'll pass it on. Shoes, if my kids get shoes, and this doesn't happen very often, but sometimes they will get shoes and they don't wear them a lot because maybe they just didn't fit right or they didn't like them, I'll save them for the next kid. Sometimes I never turn down. If somebody says, would you like a bag of clothes? I will say yes, because you never know what's in there, and I will go through it, and then whatever we don't want, then I will donate or pass on. The only things I haven't been able to save are pants for my boys, because Parker is husky and my son Wesley has to wear skinny jeans. So when Parker outgrows his pants, I have to pass them on. I cannot save those for Wesley. But for the girls, they've all pretty much had the same. They all pretty much have the same shape. Allie's a little bit straighter on the bottom than my 3 other girls, but the pants, like stretchy pants, will still fit, so I can pass those on. I don't save everything because I just don't have the space for it, but I do that, and that does save money, and I do take hand-me-downs, and my kids are fine. Even Allison, she's fine wearing hand-me-downs. Her friend, actually I guess her grandfather or something, bought her like a whole new wardrobe, so she cleaned out her closet and she gave everything, like bags of clothes, to Allison. So Allison brought it home and her and Tiffany went through it, took what they want, and then they donated the rest. Okay, we reuse things. So when we're finished, like with bread, I will save the bags, and I save all the little twist ties. I put them in a little Ziploc bag, and I keep them in my silverware drawer. And so when I make my own bread or I pack my husband's lunch, I just put it in those. My kids do have lunch pails that I got at the thrift store. They work fine. So that's what they use for school if they're going to pack their lunch. Otherwise, we qualify for free lunch because we are low income. So a lot of times at school, they will just eat in the cafeteria. My husband's job right now, I'll just put it in a bag, and that's fine. Sometimes when he was working like in the desert, I had to use ice packs. So he had a nice lunch pail that we still have, but I'm not using that right now. So yeah, we save bags. We save jugs to use as watering cans. I save cans, vegetable cans or pasta glass jars to use for drinking, and I save the cans and I plant my seeds in them. So that's always, or you save the big coffee ones and you can plant your seeds in those or make them for house plants. And those little things, I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it really does add up. We use the library a lot, so we will rent movies from there. Not rent, check out movies from there. Our library is really awesome. They have a ton. They have a whole back room just for DVDs. I mean, you can get like every TV show, and they just have everything there. It's a huge library, and then we check out a lot of books. So we use our library a lot. And another thing you can use the library for, at least our library, they will have activities for the kids that are free, like a Lego club and art, like a craft thing. I haven't taken Kennedy to that stuff because she's hard, but they have like story time, even stuff for the teenagers that have like teen activities. So you can utilize that, and that's completely free. I think that's all I have on here. Paying off debt. So we had 4 credit cards, and I think we only have 1 now that we have stuff on. We've paid off our mattress that we bought, because that's one thing brand new that we did buy. We bought a new mattress for ourselves. And so as soon as our last credit card is paid off, it's almost paid off. We used our stimulus check is almost gone because we wanted to pay off our debt. We still have money in savings, so we like to pay ourselves first. My husband makes $16 an hour, but he works a lot of overtime, and the cost of living is cheaper here, so we do okay. We're still considered, like, I guess what they would say, poor. I don't feel that way, but we're very low income, because for a family of 8 on $16 an hour, it's not a lot. That's why we are so mindful and try to be so careful with our money. So when he gets paid, we put a big chunk in savings right away. We took a big chunk of our stimulus check, put it in savings right away. We don't want to touch it. The rest, what was left over, we paid down our debt. And actually, my husband is flying to California as we speak, for workman's comp stuff. He should be getting, this should be the last appointment he has before they decide on a settlement. And when we get that settlement money, and it should be more than $30,000, I'm hoping. The last figure they came at us with was 25, and our lawyer told us they're not gonna do lower than that. So we should see a settlement check by the end of the summer, hopefully by Halloween. When we get that settlement check, we are going to pay off most of our car. We used to have a huge 15-passenger van, and we ran that thing to the ground. I'm telling you. We paid cash for it, and it was a 96. It was just old. It wasn't going to make it here, and we moved. So we sold it, and we got the Expedition that we have now. So we do have a car payment right now, and I hate having a car payment. When you're so used to not having a car payment for so long, it's really hard to have a car payment. So when we get the settlement check, we will be paying down either all of the car or most of it. The Toyota car that we have, his parents gave us. And how awesome are my in-laws? They just gave us a car. They're like, here, have a car. As they traded it in, or they were gonna trade it in for a new Toyota, and they just said, here, have a second car. Well, we had a truck that we bought from my dad that we paid cash for, and we sold that when we moved up here because we couldn't afford to move everything. I know my husband is going to be selling the Toyota that his parents gave us, and he will be, what money he gets from selling that, he will pay cash to get a truck, because the car doesn't do good here in the winter time because we get so much snow. He wants something with 4-wheel drive. So that was a little bit off topic, but I think that's it. So we don't have very much debt. We just have the normal, our utilities, our rent, groceries. That's it. That was part 2. I'll probably think of something later, but I'll have to talk about it in another vlog, because that always happens. Okay, the next vlog I'm going to be making, I'm going to show you a garden update. We've done some work out there, and it's flourishing out there, so I will give you a little tour on our next chat. All right, guys, see you later. Chicken tendies.